In this lesson, you will learn how to connect Python to an SQLite database using the built-in SQLite 3 module. SQLite is a lightweight, serverless, and file-based database that requires no additional installation or configuration, making it ideal for beginners and small projects. Throughout this tutorial, you will create a database, build a table, insert records, retrieve stored information, and safely close the database connection. The first step is to connect your Python program to a SQLite database. Start by importing the SQLite 3 module, which is included with Python's standard library. Create a connection using SQLite 3 Connect Hobbies DB. If the database file does not already exist, SQLite automatically creates it for you. Next, create a cursor object with concursor. The cursor serves as the interface between your Python program and the database, allowing you to execute SQL commands, retrieve information, and manage your data throughout the program. Once the connection has been established, create a table to store your hobby information. Use the SQL statement create table if not exists hobbies to ensure the table is only created if it does not already exist. Define the table with columns such as id integer primary key, hobby name text not null, and category text. The primary key uniquely identifies each record, while the text fields store details about each hobby. Organizing your information into a structured table makes it easy to add, search, update, and retrieve data efficiently. After creating the table, insert information using the SQL insert into statement. Use parameterized queries with question mark, placeholders, and provide the values separately. For example, insert a hobby such as photography with a category art, hiking with a category outdoor, and coding with a category tech. Parameterized queries improve security by protecting against SQL injection attacks and make the code easier to reuse with different values. This approach is considered the recommended practice when inserting data into a database. As more records are added, the table gradually grows into a useful collection of organized information that can be searched, filtered, sorted, and updated whenever needed. Each time the program runs, you can insert new hobbies without affecting the existing records already stored in the database. After inserting or modifying data, save the changes by calling concommit. This permanently writes all pending transactions to the SQLite database file. Without committing, any newly inserted or updated information may be lost when the program finishes running. Committing your changes ensures the database remains up to date and that all successful operations are stored safely for future use. To retrieve the stored information, execute the SQL command select from hobbies using the cursor object. Store the results with rows equals cursor fetch all, which returns all matching records as a list. Use a for loop to iterate through each row and print the results to the console. Querying the database allows you to verify that the records have been stored correctly and demonstrates how applications retrieve information from a database whenever it is needed. When all database operations have been completed, close the connection using close. Closing the connection releases system resources, ensures all transactions have finished correctly, and prevents unnecessary database locks. Following this best practice keeps your program efficient and helps avoid potential issues when working with databases in larger applications. Open your terminal or command prompt and navigate to the folder containing your Python file. Run the script by typing Python 3 demo py or Python demo py depending on your operating system and Python installation. The program will automatically execute each step, including connecting to the database, creating the table if necessary, inserting data, saving the changes, retrieving the stored records, displaying the results, and closing the connection. If everything has been completed correctly, you will see the stored records printed in the terminal. You have successfully completed the basics of using SQLite 3 with Python. You learned how to connect to a database, create a table, insert records, save your changes, retrieve stored data, and properly close the database connection. These core skills provide the foundation for developing larger database-driven applications such as inventory systems, student management systems, contact lists, and desktop applications. Continue practicing by experimenting with additional SQL commands such as update, delete, where, and creating multiple related tables to expand your database knowledge and Python programming skills.